Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about how to solve simultaneous linear equations using the elimination method. So what we have on our screen is a system of two variable simultaneous linear equations. Now I'm going to start off by naming the equations. I would say this is equation 1 and I would say this is equation 2. One of the things I would like you to know is that for this is called system of two equations because it has two variables. So the variables are x and y, and then we have constants. The constants for this equation 1 is 2 and 6. The constants of equation 2 is 2 and 5. So the key to elimination is to remove a particular variable on your first step. So I could decide to eliminate the x variable or the y variable. Now the key to doing that is using basic addition or subtraction depending on the variable I decide to eliminate. Say in this case now I want to eliminate x. I would say equation 2 minus equation 1. That would give me eliminate x because it would be, in the end it would be 2x minus 2x. Or if I want to eliminate y, it will be a bit different because the constants of my equation 1 and my equation 2 does not match. So I'd have to do some multiplication tricks and all of that. But for this particular question, it's much more easier to start with your 2. So your constants would have to match for you to eliminate that particular variable. So let's go on with this one. So if I have 2x and 2x, so I'm deciding to eliminate the variable of x here. If I have 2x and 2x here, for me to eliminate x variable, I'd have to subtract in this case because I wouldn't, if I added 2x plus 2x, it wouldn't eliminate. So I'd have to subtract equation 2 from equation 1. So the result would be 2x minus 2x is 0 plus 6y minus 5y is y. And then you have 8 minus 7, which is equal to 1. So my means that y equals 1. So I'll just be picking any of this other equation and using that particular value of y to substitute into this equation. So I'll be saying from equation 2, you have 2x plus 5y equals 7. So this 2x, I'll be plugging in my value of y into this equation now. So I'd have 5 open brackets 1 equals to 7. And then this 2x plus 5 equals 7. This is now 2x equals to 7 minus 5, which is equal to 2. Then you have 2x equals 2. Then on the other side you have 2x equals 2. I'd have to divide through by 2 to get my value of x. So it's 2 over 2. And I have x equals to 2 over 2 is what? 1 equals to 1. So that means my x value for this particular question is 1. My y value for this particular question is 1. Now let's take another example. As we did with first example, this equation, we are going to start off by naming these equations. So I'm saying this is equation 1, and I'm saying this is equation 2. So the first step is to decide which variable to eliminate. So am I eliminating x variable or the y variable? Now if I take a look at the x variables, the constants do not match. So I cannot just immediately use an addition or subtraction sign to eliminate it. Now if I take a look at the y variable, the constants do not match. So I cannot just just use addition or subtraction sign to eliminate it. So what do I do? So first of all, I'll have to decide which one I want to eliminate. Do I want to eliminate the x or the y variable? So I'm picking the y variable in this case. So if I want to eliminate the y variable, I'd have to make the constants of the y variable equal in both cases, in both equations. So a way to do that is to multiply the constants of equation 2 to equation 1 and the constant of equation 1 to equation 2 for my y variable. So I'm going to be saying equation 1 times 2, which is constant of variable y for equation 2, and equation 2 times 1, which is constant of equation 1 variable for y. So the results would be 3x plus 6x, not 3x, 6x plus 2y equals 14. And then the result of this one will be 2x plus 2y equals 6. So I could say this is equation 3 and this equation 4. It doesn't really count, just that. So my constants for the y variable are now equal. I could say 2y minus 2y to eliminate my y variable. So I'll be using a negative sign. So there is 6 minus 2x is 4x, and then 2y minus 2y is 0 plus 0. So 14 minus 6 is 8. So I'd have 4x equals 8. Dividing both sides by 4, I'd have 4x over 4 equals to 8 over 4. So x would be equal to 2, and then I'll be substituting the value of x into any of these 4 equations to get my value of y. So I have 3x. I'm using equation 1, so from equation 1, equation 1, 3x plus y equals 7. So 3, my x value is 2 plus y equals to 7. So 3 times 2 is 6 plus y equals 7. Y equals to, subtracting 6 from both sides, I'd have 7 minus 6. So y equals to 1. So I have an x value equals to 2. I have a y value equals to 1. Now, one of the tricks I've learned over the years is to check for the validity of my results. So the way to do this is check the values with the answers. So I'd say 3 open bracket 2 plus 1 equals to 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 equals to 1. So this is equal to 7. So it corresponds with the value of my equation 1 and the other equations. You try it yourself. This video, I'll be posting a link to the description of this video where you can try more questions and understand more about simultaneous linear equations. Thank you.